I have to talk about my team, Arsenal, because again, I'm gonna try thinking about where I would place them, because Arsenal are so confused, not confusing, because it's very clear, but it's so annoying because I'll see stats like in 2024, Arsenal scored the most goals, conceded the least, got the most points, but ultimately we haven't won. And this year was all about winning the league now. And right now we're 6 points off Liverpool with them having a game in hand. It's looking like if they continue playing how they're going to play, they're going to win the league, which based on our aim at the start of the season, thinking that if it's not City, it would be us, we're definitely below that expectation. But I definitely also do think that objectively, we also are in a very good position in the league as well. Like we're second, we're still within touching distance. Like Liverpool do slip up, there is still an opportunity, but it's like I guess if you're a better man, I wouldn't say that it's like it's very likely. And then I see our injuries starting to mount now. Saka's now out. Odegaard obviously missed a big part of the season. So I think now with Arsenal, with everything involved or everything kind of considered, I think I would put Arsenal in doing well personally. But what do you think about Arsenal? Where would you place them?
You know what? Yeah, I think I might place them in sometimes good, sometimes bad. And I know that's harsh, but this is my reasoning. I
Okay, I'm
think
listening.
Arsenal fans, they would have looked at this season and obviously they would have said, we've been so close 2 seasons in a row. And, City, they carry on stringing wins and wins and wins. And you know what? Hopefully, we're going to be in a position where if City slips up, we're the ones that are going to be able to take advantage. Now, with the way City have slipped up, I think Arsenal, I think as a club, and I think a lot of your fans, I think they would have wanted to have been the ones that are taking advantage of that slip up. And even if they weren't top, I think they would have thought that the distance between them and Liverpool wouldn't be this big, because obviously we're looking at 6 points, but there's also a game in hand as well. So that's not a given that they'll win it, but it could also be potentially 9 points. And I think with how City have fallen off, I think I think a lot of Arsenal fans would have wanted that gap to be smaller. And I think I would have thought that the gap would have been smaller. So I think but it's harsh because, like you said, you are second, and it's like you're not completely out of it. But I think this is how I'm looking at it. If City slipped up, Arsenal would have wanted to be first. If they couldn't be first, they would have wanted to be like right behind, like a couple of points. Like they would have wanted there to be a couple of points difference. Let's say Liverpool were 2 points clear. But I think currently with it being 6, potentially 9, and again, we've spoken a lot about Arsenal in the title race and like the small margin for error that you've got. I think that, yeah, like from an Arsenal perspective, I think a lot of fans will be disappointed with that. But also I understand the doing well aspect from like just looking at the table in totality. Like I do understand that. So yeah,
It's a
like
tough
it's one
one.
of them ones. Yeah, it is tough. But yeah, like I think again, if we're just looking at things and we're looking at things from just the standards perspective, and Arsenal's aim this season would have been to win the Premier League. And your big thing that's been getting in the way has been Manchester City. Manchester City have completely collapsed. Liverpool have taken advantage, and you are 6, potentially 9 points off of Liverpool. I think, yeah, like if you had told a lot of Arsenal fans that at the beginning of the season, they wouldn't have been happy. So that's how I'm also trying to look at it.
No, I think you reasoned it really well. To be fair, now I'll be very curious to hear what other Arsenal fans say.
Yeah.
I think for now I'm
And
gonna put
also,
them.
what I'll quickly say, Arsenal fans, let me know if, like, yeah, you might look at it and say, yeah, nah, we're very happy, or nah, we are doing well. Like, so let me know if you think I'm wrong. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it will be
to be fair,
interesting to hear your thoughts.
I definitely think I think it is harsh, but I definitely get your kind of reasoning behind it. And I'll say, speaking from an Arsenal fan's point of view, who's also objective and not delusionally positive or hyper negative, I would definitely say that why I'll also lean to maybe sometimes good, sometimes bad, even though I do think it's harsh, is not just points wise how we're playing. Because I also do think our play style also has definitely not been as exciting as it has been in previous years. I feel like Whereas I look at Liverpool and they're just playing really good football relative to that's like they seem like they deserve to be first. Now, still, even if we were second, still in enjoy Arsenal's kind of play style of think, okay, cool, we can confidently string wins together. Whereas I'll be lying if I said I feel that way right now. I still think every game is tough right now, and it's like we're not guaranteed wins. Well, you're never guaranteed win, but we're not like I'm not as sure that we're going to take all 3 points in games the way I used to, like in seasons gone by, just because of how inconsistent we've been game to game as well. So ultimately, I do think it is harsh, but let's put them there for now, and then let's look at what other teams we have in there, and then we can make a final decision at the end. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. So I'm not too mad at that one.
Yeah, I think even with that, bro, I'll let you even like again. You're the Arsenal fan, so like I'm good to go with your final judgment call on that one because I think you're the Arsenal fan, so like it makes sense.
Yeah, ultimately, like I will leave them there for now. Sometimes just because I think I agree with your reasoning, and I do think doing well is probably too positive based on how far off our ultimate aim that we were at the start of the season, and that's right now. In it, this doesn't mean that we can't have a much better second half of the season, and then now be smashing the season from there. But based on where we are currently, and also to kind of give Arsenal a bit of leeway as well, is that it's not an excuse. It is an excuse, but like the Odegaard injury will definitely really hurt us. I feel like the points gap definitely wouldn't be as big if he hadn't missed the games that he missed during that period. So, but again, that's what happens in football. It was also up to Arsenal to be in a position that an Odegaard injury wouldn't be so disastrous to our style of play or understand like cause the damage that it did cause. So that's also a thing that the club will have to hold. So I think I'm gonna go sometimes with